Okay, our presentation was on sleep deprivation among teenagers. Our group was me, Madison, Danny, Crystal, and Michael. And Madison's the one presenting. So the event was at a mutual activity for the young women in my ward, the Los Alisos ward. When I went to go present, we discussed their sleep habits along with what the recommended sleep habits or sleep recommendations are for their age group. We talked about different symptoms of sleep deprivation, why sleep is important for them, and how to get enough sleep. And then at the end, after the event, they took the challenge to not be on their phone for the hour before they go to bed. And that is supposed to help them get more sleep during the night. These were my materials. This is the poster board that I had for the presentation. Strengths and weaknesses. The strengths, I had really good questions that I was able to ask the young women that got them talking about their sleep habits and what they thought of their sleep habits and what they thought they could do to change. And then I added in some facts and some statistics that helped them figure out what they needed to do to have better sleep habits. We also discussed why having good sleep habits is important, and then they did take the challenge at the end to have better sleep habits, which will help them later on in their lives. Weaknesses, my presentation wasn't as professional as I would have liked it. The Young Women's president changed the time of mutual and didn't let me know until an hour before the new time. So I had to walk an hour to get to her place because my husband had the car at work. So I didn't have any of my materials and I had my baby with me. So as a result, my presentation was not as professional as I would have liked, but I used it as a learning experience because in a future job, not everything is going to go as you plan. So you kind of have to go with what you're given. And so I took it as a learning experience, but that was a weakness. A lasting impact. The young women I presented to were Laurels, so many of them have their driver's license. So we talked about how preventing sleep deprivation is important to preventing an accident, a car accident being caused by driving while they're tired. And so they were able to discuss with me and with each other why, what they could do to prevent driving when they're tired, and how important sleep is, how it is important to get sleep at night, so when they do have to drive, they don't have to worry about getting in an accident from falling asleep. They're also preparing for college, and so developing good sleep habits now will help them have good sleep habits when they go to college. And then also when they become mothers, they will know that sleep is important, so they'll make that a priority, so they'll be healthier and better able to take care of their children. And then I did get a letter from the Young Women's president after the event, just answering the 3 questions that she needed to answer. The first question, these are all the names of the young women who were there. There were 9 young women and 3 leaders that I presented to. And they're the Laurels, and then she just gave a description of the event. And then at the end, it's just signed by the Young Women's president, who is Annie Merrill. Thank you.